If you're new to this channel, then I should let you know that I love World War II games, no matter what genre they are, but mainly first-person shooters. I've focused this channel mainly around Hell Let Loose for the last few years. I'm a content creator for Hell Let Loose, partnered with the devs, but I also love tactical turn-based games like XCOM, and I've had like a dream game in my head for pretty much a World War II XCOM like, and I just found out yesterday on Sunday the 14th of May that this game is actually being made, and it's called Forgotten But Unbroken, and it's being developed by an indie studio out of Slovakia called Centurion Development. But the game could be in trouble. There is a Kickstarter for this game, and currently, at the time of recording, there is 4 days to go. And currently they are at 25,000 out of a €70,000 goal. And it's an all or nothing project. So what this means is if you pledge to this project and it doesn't hit its goal, you're not going to be charged your pledge amount. They're not going to get that money, which, to be honest, is a good thing. It means that, you know, you're not going to be giving money to a project that may not be able to actually fulfill its pledges and actually make the products that they're trying to kickstart. But what the devs have said is that if they don't hit their goal, they should still be able to launch the game, but it may not have the full amount of features and extra stuff they want to put into the game as what is planned on their Kickstarter goals. So today, on the 15th of May, I pledged the Kickstarter campaign. I pledged at €35 because that includes the actual released product when it, releases. It's the second game I've ever kickstarted. First game I kickstarted was Kingdom Come Deliverance, which was quite a few years ago, and that turned out to be a damn good game. I'm not going to say that Forgotten But Unbroken is going to be a damn good game. I hope it is. But if you're interested in this game, you can actually play it right now. There is a public playtest on Steam. You just go to the Steam store page, click Request Access, and then you can download the game and play through 2 basic missions, each of them where you just defend a location from a few waves of German soldiers, and the gameplay you are seeing right now is my own recorded gameplay. The gameplay is an alpha state, so I do expect some things to be a little bit tighter and maybe made a bit better if I can give some feedback for the game. I think the UI needs to be, just a little bit better. I don't like how the soldiers just sort of appear on the left hand side of the screen and how the icons around your selected soldier's portrait just look. I don't really just like the look of it. Also, this is just a personal preference, but I prefer the XCOM style of actions where you have 2 actions where you can use one action to move and another action to shoot, or do 2 moves. How Forgotten But Unbroken does it is you have action points where moving a certain amount of squares will take a certain amount of points. Shooting a weapon will cost a certain amount of points, so you've got to manage your actions a little bit differently. You could potentially shoot and do something else depending on how many action points your soldier has. But it does feel like a proper XCOM style tactical game, which is what I really want. While the playtest doesn't get across the full feeling, I think, of what the game is going to be, because it is just 2 missions where you need to defend a location. There's going to be, or hopefully going to be, more in-depth missions than just holding a position. It just does give you a good feeling of what the initial sort of combat gameplay is going to be like. And for you XCOM veterans out there, it does feature your high % shot chance, missing a lot. Yeah, you miss your 70% chance shots, because of course you do. So let's just go through the Kickstarter to talk through what they're promising with the game. And what they are saying is that you will meet and fight alongside real World War II heroes. 2 that they have teased in the Kickstarter are Mad Jack Churchill, who was a British soldier who went into World War II taking a sword and a bow with him, and Vasily Zaitsev, the famous Soviet sniper, who was played by Jude Law in Enemy at the Gates. You will have a base that you need to build up and expand and acquire new gear, kind of like how XCOM does it, and recruit new people. But one thing they've said is that the game isn't really going to feature famous battles from World War II. You are more of like a special ops group, really. doing a lot of like secret missions and stuff, so don't expect to be going into D-Day or probably blasting your way through Karantan or Stalingrad. Well, there might be like a Stalingrad thing, but not part of like the main battle. I don't know. There will actually be a main story for the game, which will focus on a protagonist called Martin, which begins with the aftermath of the invasion of Czechoslovakia, where it follows him from being just an ordinary guy going into a heroic freedom fighter. Some of the mission types we can expect in the game will be ambushing garrisons, assassinating high priority targets, defending a position like in the playtest, gathering vital intelligence, sabotaging bridges, and ambushing convoys. There will be 6 different professions to get your soldiers to choose from, with perks and skills available, probably kind of like XCOM. You will also be able to build diplomatic relations with the allies of World War II. It looks like you're going to have to really choose between looking at Churchill or Stalin to sort of build relations with them, maybe by doing certain missions for them. It doesn't really expand on that in the Kickstarter, but doing stuff for the various factions will get you supplies and probably weapons and stuff from them. There is a bunch of different Kickstarter pledge tiers that you can pledge at, but if you want to pledge at the minimum amount where you actually get the full game on release, it is the Resistance Supplier tier, which is €35 or more. Tiers below it may include a mode called Skirmish, but that isn't the full game, that is just a set number of battles. So if you want the full game, it is the €35 tier. They do mention lower down in their Kickstarter, which I said earlier in the video, that they should still be able to release the game if the Kickstarter fails. They may have to go with a publisher. I think they've already spoken to some publishers, but some of the offers they've had are a bit off, a bit weird, or at least I think, where one publisher said that the publisher wants to keep 90% of total revenue, which is kind of insane. I don't know if that's normal. It doesn't sound normal. And one publisher wants them to get rid of all the voice acting and dialogue script that they've written. But that's integral to the cutscenes and other stuff that they've made for the game for the story. So again, that's another weird example. They could also release a console version if the PC release is successful, which would be good to get this style of game out onto consoles as well. I do hope that the game fully releases. I will put their Kickstarter link down in the description, and if I remember, into a comment down below. So if the game interests you, check it out there. I also want to know from you guys, what would your dream game be? Like, what era would you want it set in? What genre of game? Let me know down in the comments below. I think I will try to keep an eye on Kickstarter in future to see if I can find any more cool little World War II or other sort of military games that will be coming out, because it's always good to get more games out there, give us more of a choice of what game to actually play. But give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.
Schneller, schneller!